morning, everybody. Roman goat is back. The Guatemala medium roast. We're gonna do a couple of tries in an espresso today. I'm gonna start at a level 20 here on the DF64. We're gonna see how that goes. I've got my Rock manual espresso, Dealy Bob. Thinking to myself, there's a video uploading, it should be done by the time this goes up, where I explained that I spent $300 on a lot at the Star Trek Las Vegas Star Trek convention. And there was an auction and it was being auctioned off. I thought the auction looked so amazing. I was so excited about it. And I get it home, get it undone, go to do a video, putting it together. It's missing so many pieces. It's like the main part of why the auction was purchased. I mean, by me, at least. Maybe not by some other people that would have wanted it, but by me. Missing pieces. It's cardboard, so it's not broken, but it's missing enough pieces to make it useless. I'm not able to stand it up. I'm not able to hook it together. There's a big part of the top that's missing. I'm just overall disappointed and kind of aggravated me. I mean, it's my fault. At the end of the day, it's my fault. And I raised my hand. I said yes to the $300 bid, and then had the regrets immediately. But, you know, it's just weird because it was in a bag. It feels like it could have been vetted a little bit, you know? I don't know exactly. I mean, it's a fun auction, but at the same time, these are collectibles. I say the same thing about Star Trek collectible stuff that people sometimes put out. You know, these are collectibles. These are things that people want to buy and they want to own. And, you know, I just feel like there should have been a little bit better of a vetting process to make sure, you know, if somebody's, you know, knows about this, they should come and see if all of the pieces are here, you know? So, because I went on eBay, I found the standees. You can actually get a Spock and a Kirk version. There's two of them. And I think if you get both of them complete on eBay, they're $99, which, you know, for something that was like, what, 1989? And the cardboard's still functioning? You know what I mean? I mean, I think that's, I don't know if it's reasonable. It's just, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to heat this up, and I'll heat up my brew chamber as well. Ooh, when it's ground espresso, I keep saying espresso, and I don't know why. Something's getting caught in my throat. Espresso. The initial smell is a little yogurty. I don't think this is fermented. I'm pretty sure this is just, it's single origin, but I'm pretty sure it's just washed. I don't think it's fermented. Yeah, it really doesn't say if this is roasted in Hilliard, Ohio, by the way. Roman goat is in Hilliard. Really, one of those close by roasters, which is kind of cool. Which is really cool. It's not kind of cool. It's awesome. It had a little bit of a yogurt tang to it as it was being ground up, but as far as I'm aware, there's nothing on here that says that this is a fermented coffee. Fermented coffees tend to be a little bit more expensive because the process is a little bit longer. They're a little bit more specialty. You don't ferment really, I mean, you ferment in large batches, but you don't ferment in the batches sized to wash and then just be, you know, because you just pull them off the plant, you separate everything, you wash them immediately, and then they, you know, they go and are ready to be roasted. Whereas if they're fermented, you know, there's two types of fermentation that I'm aware of. There's the honey, and then there's the natural. We got mowers because it's Wednesday, so Wednesday's mow day. Mow Wednesday, whatever. They're out there mowing the yard, and even though it does not need to be mowed, there are some lawns where they're brown because we've had a particularly cloudless summer. Actually, it's been very interesting. We've had a lot of rain, but at the same time, when there's no rain, the sun has just been beating down on everything. So everything dries out really quickly. And this is like sod out here. So it's like grass that doesn't know how to be grass. So for some reason, it like goes dormant fairly quickly and easily. So I don't know, it's really weird. Grass is weird. It's a weed, but we treat it like it's something precious, and it's just really weird. All right, so this is done. Let's get this all transferred over here into our hot, oop, shaking out the rest of the water there. The spouted portafilter loves to hold, oop, I didn't bring my, or did I? No, I didn't, it's over here. The spouted portafilter loves to retain some water, so that is just the way of things. Get my water off of there, all right. Got a couple tries here. This seems very pillowy and powdery. It is medium roast on the darker side of medium. So we may have to go a little finer. It's very possible. Espresso is dried the hell out, so it needs a little bit more grinding, whereas light roasts have not been, and will need a little less fine of a grind on it. Okay, let's see what happens here. It's very exciting. Down in one, down in one. Oh dear, yeah, I got wet. I got wetness. Get that all cleared off. Oh, and I put my little cup away too. Oh, I didn't start you, or maybe I did, accidentally. I'm gonna go grab my little cup and put it away up here. Not too far back that I couldn't reach it. All right, let's get our water in. Let's see how this goes. The timer doesn't do anything but make me feel comfortable. It's more about the weight with this thing, because the timer works well, you know, with electric machines. But the thing is, this is, for me, not consistent. So doing a timer is a little weird. All right. Continue on through. Ooh, this has got some nice pressure to it. Just hope I can get enough water out with all this pressure. I might be able to. Let's see. Okay, 30, 31, 32, 33. I put 17 grams in, and I got 34, almost 35 grams out. So 1 to 2. So that is very promising. Ooh, look at that. Does smell sweet. Very chocolatey. That's interesting. I do get the bitterness from the tobacco. I do taste a little bit of the tobacco. The bitterness is amped up quite a bit. Black tea is also bitter, so about black tea. Maybe they're at the end. Is that what that is at the end? It's kind of complex, because you do start with dark chocolate in the beginning, and then you kind of go into the bitterness that is a little bit of a tobacco. And then at the end, there's an interesting third, like, kind of bitter note to it. Ooh. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Okay. That's kind of nice. I'm going to go a little finer. Not too much finer, because minute adjustments on this thing make a huge difference. A huge difference. It's actually insane how much of a difference it makes. I may not get, I may actually have to, maybe I should go the other way to get more out, and at the same time, maybe have nearly as much pressure through it. That might not be a bad idea. Let me try going one click in this direction. So 21 on the scale for the DF 64. Pretty good puck right there. There is a little bit of a crack in the middle. I can try packing it a little bit finer, see if I can push down a little harder. I need one of those boxes. People have these really cool boxes that all of their accoutrements go in, and then it's got a space where you can just put your portafilter, and then you can just press all you want. So that's fun. All right, let's get this stuff going again. One more try. I really couldn't yesterday. I don't know. I'm of two minds because, you know, like I said, it's genuinely my fault for buying the lot. You know, I chose to, therefore it is on me for making that choice. But at the same time, I just feel like they should be vetting that kind of stuff. They should, if they're presenting it as something potentially complete, they should know whether it's complete or not, and then they should say it as such. This is a complete Spock standee from Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. Or this is an incomplete one, and we're going to throw in some extras because it's incomplete. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm overthinking it, but at the same time, I really do think that they should be like, you know, a little bit more on the level with people. I mean, I feel like they think they can get away with it because it's a fun auction. You know, it's just an auction. It's just a fun auction that we're having with all of this stuff, and we don't have to do it. And it's like, well, no, you don't have to do it. And if it's incomplete and you're sending stuff home with actual fans, they're going to be upset when they get home and they find out that the thing that they bought that was part of the package that they bought is not only incomplete. Well, I mean, only incomplete, really. I mean, there's nothing else wrong with it. It's not broken. It's not ripped. I was able to get stuff together on it, so that was kind of fun. But at the same time, I had a dream, and that dream was to actually like have it standing behind me tomorrow, and you know, just kind of showing it that way a little bit. I thought that would be kind of fun, having Spock behind me advertising for the Star Trek V. I don't know. I just thought that would be really fun and funny. And turns out it can't happen because it can't stand up on its own because it doesn't have all the parts. I don't know. It's really strange. It is a strange thing that happened there. But the majority is my fault. And at the same time, they could do a little better. I mean, who knows how many people went home and with something that they bought from there that was old, that they thought would be really cool to be part of their collection. They get home and they look and they're like, this is not complete. Or they're like, ooh, that's broken. Or, you know, just a lot of those different things. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. I like that. It is bitter. Like I said yesterday, I figured it was going to be a little bit bitter. This is definitely I'm going to put milk in this I'm going to put some different flavors in this. It's definitely a good base for coffee, you know? Definitely a good base for coffee, coffee drinks. And if you just want to do it with a pour-over, pour-over's got a nice flavor to it as well. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I spit out. Look, a little syrupy there. All right, let's go. Ooh, come on now. Oh, no, don't stop. Don't stop, don't channel. Don't channel. I might get a little, oh, no, hang on. Oh, we're gonna get almost the exact same amount out. And it's a lot more, I don't know, it's a lot more crema. A lot more, I mean, a little bit more volume here. There's a lot more crema. I'm gonna switch this out. I mean, look at that. That's actually pretty. Treat this properly, I guess. A lot less bitter, a lot more chocolatey, a step back, and I may have packed it a lot better this time too. But a step back, and it's amazing how much, like, tiny little incremental movements from 20 to 21 make when it comes to this kind of stuff. That tastes so much better. There's a lot less bitter, acrid kind of flavor to it. It's, I mean, it's just a nice chocolatey drink. Maybe a little less tobacco, a little bit more towards black tea as another component to the flavor. I am getting a little bit of a caramel hit as well because the darker roasts tend to bring out darker flavors, and a nice dark caramel is one of them. Not burnt, but just shy, more like a rich kind of caramel flavor. But yeah, that dark chocolate is very pronounced. Oh, that's great. Ooh. I'll have to do this tomorrow. I am going to go out today, out into the world. I got to go to the gym for a little bit, and then maybe I'll stop and get some more half and half to see if I can boost this a little bit with half and half. I can pour a little hot water in there. Double that up a little bit. Now it's hot again. Let's double that up a little bit here. Yeah, now it's just a hot cup of coffee. That's really great. Okay. It's nice when a plan comes together like that. Let's see, let's get all the liquid out of here and see if we can get the puck out and see if I had any cracks or anything like that. It did seem like it was channeling a little bit because the stream stopped once or twice and then restarted. So, but at the same time, I got a great amount of coffee out. It was a 1-to-2 ratio. 17 grams of coffee in, 34 to 35 grams of coffee water out. To me, that seems ideal, especially when you're dealing in espresso. I know you can't really see, but I don't see any cracks in there at all. It looks like everything went through the top layer. Everything got pushed down. It's level. Huh. I might be getting better at this. I don't know. It's possible. So tomorrow we'll make another set of espressos. I will get out the creamer or the half and half at the very least. We'll have a little half and half. I'll end on this. Generally, I am not a person who likes gatekeeping. Yes, there are certain things in this world that I don't like, but I'm never going to like, unless it's, harming another person, I'm never going to like be a browbeater and tell people, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, you're doing this right, you're doing this wrong. I mean, specifically with coffee, as long as the coffee tastes good, you're not necessarily doing it wrong. You're not doing it as somebody else would do it, but you're not doing it wrong. You're just doing it differently. And this morning I think it was on Threads. Threads is getting worse, but be that as it may, it was on Threads, and there was a coffee influencer, quote unquote, who was on there stating that if they see someone doing flavored coffees, they lose all credibility. And they say that as if they're just poking at a distributor who does like my Bones coffee that I really enjoy. I love that Bones coffee. It's great. There are some great flavors. They go great with coffee, and he's sitting there saying, well, if they do that, then they lose all credibility. And it's like, the gatekeeping is ridiculous to start with. If you want to isolate yourself and anyone who might want to follow you, your best bet is to start just attacking rather than demonstrating. Demonstrate to me why something is better than another thing. Don't tell me something is bad. I mean, and it's super easy because coffee's kind of that way. You can kind of do that. This is why, to me, this coffee tastes a bit better. This is why, to me, this coffee tastes bad. And if it tastes bad to you and you demonstrate the proper way of doing it and someone else tries it and they think that it's bad as well, then, that's steering someone in a positive way. But just straight, flat out saying that coffee is bad and you lose credibility is ridiculous, because you're not only screwing with someone's income as an influencer on a really baseless, stupid notion that's just your feelings, you're attacking the folks that actually do enjoy those kind of things, like flavored coffees, like Bones coffee. And it's just flat out saying that they lose credibility just because you have a blue check mark next to your name is absolutely ridiculous. Where's your credibility? I don't care about how many followers you have. Show me how you came to that conclusion. Don't just flat out be like, this is just the way it is. Show me how you came to that conclusion. Show me the process. Don't just state it outright, well, this sucks, and drop mic. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's hard on people because folks want to get into this. And, they want positive people telling them positive things and steering them in the right direction. Telling someone outright that this is disgusting, gross, horrible, but not showing how you got to that conclusion other than my feelings, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. In my mind, that doesn't make any sense. And you're not an influencer. You're just somebody who is like drumming up, because there's so many of those out there right now. There are a lot of people that are just drumming up outrage so that they could get clicks on, either TikTok or Threads or, wherever. They're just outrage baiting. And, that's basically what this was. And what also really upset me was that someone that I actually respected a little bit as a coffee influencer replied underneath them, that yes, that's just the way it is. This, you don't have any credibility if you put flavor on your coffee beans. And that's just wrong, because I've watched talk about different roasts like that, in positive and negative ways, but they've come to the conclusion. But they're just responding to someone who is just flat out putting out one of those unpopular opinion nonsense posts. It's just, And it just really upset me. So I unfollowed and I blocked the blue check mark who was like not showing his work, you know. If you've come to that conclusion, show me the video where you've come to that conclusion. If you're just outright telling a large swath of people, not just coffee makers, but the people who enjoy that kind of coffee, that they're wrong, and then pretending like that's the end all be all. You're awful. It's a terrible opinion because it's not backed up by anything. And there are so many people out there that do coffee who have opinions and are able to like back up those opinions with science and with just having a process, you know? And it's really sad to me that normally positive influencers, rather than just stepping back and letting other people voice their opinion, you know, rather than just stepping back and just letting them do it, they'll join in on the chorus. And it's really disheartening because coffee is a complex web of things. And as much as I like this roaming goat, it's delicious. I also like Mustachio from Bones Coffee. I have a peppermint mocha up there that I am enjoying by another company because they coat it with oil of some kind. So, I mean, it just does not reflect positively on you in any way, shape, or form if you just say people that coat their beans lose all credibility. It just doesn't make any sense because you've not shown me how or why. You've just made a statement and then walked away. I like to equate that kind of stuff as taking a shit on your neighbor's yard, yelling at your neighbor, "I just took a shit in your yard," and then just walking away, expecting them to now deal with your shit in their yard. That's kind of an apt description of social media, I think. Because, you know, we all get upset about certain things, sometimes rationally, sometimes irrationally. I've done it a lot. And in the end, those kind of people, the best thing you can do is find the 3 buttons at the top of their post, click on that, go down to block, and then click block, and then click yes. Because anyone who is just going to throw out that kind of opinion and then expect it to be the end all be all is just not worth your time, because they're just looking for an argument. They're not looking to be taught anything. They're not looking to learn. They're not looking to understand. They're just looking for engagement, positive and negative. So yeah, it just upset me this morning. I'm like, and then somebody that I actually trusted to, you know, provide me with accurate like news and techniques and reviews, is just backing up that horrible opinion, that roasters that do something different lose credibility. And that's a huge word. Credibility is a huge word, you know. And there's a lot of these places like this who may venture into such things while still maintaining, you know, their single origin-ness of their coffee. And they'll look at that and they'll be like, you know, they could be missing an opportunity because you've just made a blanket statement that, and I've gone on too long. I've gone on too long with this. It just really upset me. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you say such a stupid thing? You know, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I blocked them. I didn't even bother responding. I'm just like, you're a blue check mark. You can go into somebody else's feed. So I'm like, that's just not the attitude to have. To not be open-minded to coffee. You know, to be a snob about it like that. And yeah, I think he said not to be a coffee snob. Well, no, this is the epitome of, you know, that's the epitome of. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today. We'll do rum and goat tomorrow. I'll try to stop and grab some half and half, because I think the half and half in there is not any good anymore. It's been a minute. Oh boy, that mellows out really nicely. So for me, well, I mean, everybody's going to be different because not everybody's going to have a rock. They're going to have an actual electric espresso maker. But on the DF, the setting of 21 with this medium, little past medium roast from Guatemala in the espresso machine was absolutely fabulous. And you know, if you have a chance, you should definitely give it a try. The setting may be different for an electric one, but I think I'm pretty sure that would probably work. Because I mean, the portafilter is basically the same. I know that it's spouted, but the pressure buildup should be about the same. So maybe give that a try in your espresso machine if you have any room in goat. Why not? Thanks for watching today. I really appreciate it. Lucky Cat says goodbye, and so do I. Have a great day. Bye.